Coach, from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Mayfield. He finds Taylor, complete. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Browns' first down.
Push him back. Push him back.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, it's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action from Miller. Now Watson rolling to his right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Watch the fly, watch the fly, watch the fly.
A first down carry now for Miller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Mike 51, Mike 51. 66, pull it, pass. Here we go. 55.
They'll run for it with Smallwood. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Dances by him. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. Check 3. Check 13. Check 13. Check 99. Check 99. Check. Fresno.
They'll run on 1st down. Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Watson off play action. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
faking the give. Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Watson now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
A 38-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield now. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. And that'll make it third down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. On third down, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. The 30. 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. 82 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Point it right.
First down, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Whitney merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 27, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 16. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
180. I got you. What's tight?
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Slam, slam, slam. Alert. Buzz. Be ready, be ready. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Watch the run, watch the run. 55. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. I'm here all day. All day. 51.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
I'm trying to collect. Check. Put it going down, he's coming. Down and go.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now third and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
26. Here I come. Down and go.
Again, it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Set. 19. Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the play. 31. Mike 51. Echo. 51. Down and go.
On first and 10, Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was looking that time for Stills. That'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Here we go. 51's the mic. Watch the run.
The final shot before the break. Watson. It's complete. Stills. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Alert, alert. Check 52.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, but it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch the twist. Shift, shift. Kill, 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 kill. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll toss it to Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Check Mike 50. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
First six.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Double.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Browns will take over with a first and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know...
And the ball is knocked out.
Protect yourself, baby.
Retains possession.
180.
It's our time. It's our time.
They go with Chubb on second down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Mayfield. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Get the ball.
In the park.
Here's Watson now on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
We got this. Wide, get wide.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 19.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space. Let it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots, but what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Mayfield now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Mayfield on play action. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
To throw, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Well, now they'll try the end around. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Landry now on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Mayfield now. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goop, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To try again after the sack. Mayfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
1st down, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Miller. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Houston, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.